Goals galore in the Champions League. I did another clip on PSG and Celtic. You can go and watch it. You can. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you. You don't have to. I mean, you know the score. You know the score by now. You know that I'm not bitter. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. But either way, we will discuss the rest of today's action. We'll start by going through the results, which I'm sure will be put up on a lovely graphic on the screen so that you can see. But there is plenty of goals to talk with. So yeah, we'll get it off the bat. Celtic lost 5-0, no problem. We'll move on. But the rest of the results in that group were Bayern Munich with a 3-0 victory over Anderlecht. According to the highlights that I see, Bayern Munich looked good. I'm scared for Celtic's life in this group. But we will take that when it comes to it. I'm not going to dwell on it at the moment, but a game that I will focus a little bit more so on is Barcelona versus Juventus. The reenactment of the Champions League final a couple of years ago. Barcelona bouncing back after really falling victim to a very good Juventus team last year, falling at that hurdle before in the Champions League semi-finals, despite making just an immense comeback against PSG. But there was holes in that Barcelona team that were exposed last year. And Juventus exposed them last year. This was a rerun of it, a chance for Barcelona to get some revenge, and they looked very good. A typical Barcelona performance. Not great. I wouldn't say they were fantastic, but Messi, when he was emerging into the box, they could not stop him. He was on the score sheet, and then his fantastic run into the box, driving into the heart of Juventus with a level of confidence that we know is going to be petrifying for any opponent. Cuts it back, and the ball falls to Rakitic, and it's put in the back of net, and then he had one later on. So a 3-0 victory over Juventus has to be admired. Juventus, I worried because of Bonucci leaving, because of some Dani Alves leaving. Those two players alone were such vital players in this team's overall chemistry last year. Dani Alves himself almost single-handedly destroyed several opponents with his conniving, almost discreet way of being a playmaker from the right-hand side of the fence. And to lose him, and then he goes to PSG, and you know what happens there. I think it's going to be something that is a problem for Juventus. They lacked a little bit of creativity against Barcelona. But even if they weren't creative at the Nou Camp, which is a very hard thing to do, to try and at least get something out of your attack against a team that's just consistently hitting you, you have to worry about defense. They didn't look stable. And that is something that you rarely will see in a Juventus team. And this year, in this game, early on in the Champions League, we'll see how they bounce back. It wasn't the best sign, I don't think, for this Juventus team coming up against a Barcelona who, again, despite losing Neymar this year to PSG, they're still going to be there or thereabouts. So we'll move forward. Benfica, a surprise upset. I called Benfica winning this game, but CSKA Moscow beat them. Manchester United, welcome back to the Champions League. Manchester United with a 3-0 victory. Marcus Rashford getting on the score sheet, Lukaku and Fellaini. Lukaku, I wasn't so impressed with him against Stoke over the weekend. But there's one thing that has to be said about Lukaku. Even if he's not giving you his best performance, he is going to get on the score sheet. That is what Manchester United need. They don't need everything to be glorious and well-rounded and manufactured to look great. They just need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. At times, Andy Cole and Dwight York didn't look great. At times, Ruud van Nistelrooy looked god-awful. But he put the ball in the back of the net. And I don't think they've been able to do that since Wayne Rooney's prime. And I think they've been waiting for that striker. Zlatan did it well last year when he had to. Van Persie early on, but towards the end, was a little bit more a magnificent goal scorer rather than consistently putting it into the back of the net. And I think that they needed that. Just someone to get in the box, put the ball in the back of the net, be a really a handful, and give the team confidence that even if he's not playing to the best of his ability, he will put it in the back of the net. So it's a good 3-0 victory. I said back in net like 5 times there, at least 5 times. And then moving through the rest of the score lines. Bear with me. Great game. Olympiacos losing out to Sporting Lisbon. Didn't call the result 3-2. Jason said no one's going to beat my Olympiacos, and I got 2 for 2. Roma and Atletico Madrid. I didn't get the score line. I said it was going to be 1-1, but 0-0. Odds even shared there. And then Chelsea sending a message to the unfortunate rookies of the Champions League, Qarabag, as they smacked them 6-0. Goes from Azpilicueta, goes from fullbacks all over. Batshuayi getting on the score sheet. Fabregas had a phenomenal game. So Chelsea sending a message. Champions League, sincere this year. They were away from it last year. Bounced back. Phenomenal performance. But my takeaways so far, God help Celtic playing against PSG again because they look fantastic. Barcelona are to be reckoned with and are serious this year and trying to get themselves back in there. And Manchester United, comfortable return to the Champions League. Peace.